So on number 6, I didn't have time to finish 6 or 7. Number 6, if we want to verify that these are inverse functions of each other, we need to do the correct notation. And that would be f, and instead of x, we're going to plug in g of x right in there. And what's the best way to do that? Well, we're going to rewrite the f of x function, 3x plus 5, 3, but instead of x we put parentheses, plus 5, and we are plugging in the g of x into the f of x. Okay, so we're going to have a 5x minus 2, and when we distribute 3 times 5, that's 15x, and 3 times negative 2 is negative 6 plus 5. Now I could just stop right there, because in order for them to be inverses of each other, you have to just get x as an answer, right? Let me go back up here on the notes. It says when you plug in your inverse, or to verify if f of x and g of x are inverse functions, you do both. Plug in g of x into f of x and f of x into g of x, and both should equal x. So at this point, since I plugged in g of x into the f of x and I did not get x, I got 15x minus 1, I could just stop right there and say that these are not inverses of each other. So once again, number 6, they are not inverse functions, because in order for them to actually be inverse functions, when you plug one into the other, you're supposed to get just x, and that's not the case here. Number 7 is just another review type question, finding the inverse. So what I would do on number 7, first of all, is rewrite it as y equals 2/3 x minus 6. And how do we find the inverse? You switch x and y. So all I did was switch the y and the x, switch them. So now it's x right here and y right here. And now we need to solve for y. So how do we do this? Let's get y by itself by going plus 6 and plus 6. So we're going to get x plus 6 equals 2/3 y. And we almost have y by itself. If you want to get rid of the fraction, you could multiply everything by 3. This times 3, this times 3, and the fraction times 3, which will cancel. And you'll have 2y equals 3x plus 18. And then you divide everything by 2. Divide everything by 2, and you'll get y equals 3x plus 18 over 2. And that truly is your inverse function of the original. Yes, you could split the denominator 2 and rewrite it as 3/2 x plus 9, because 18 divided by 2 is 9. Or you can just leave it like this, and I'll give you credit for that. Okay, I hope this makes sense.